Hey everybody, welcome to Token Nerd Podcast, where we ramble on about geeky things ranging from Batman to pop figures to Star Wars. I'm Anthony Pettiford.
And I'm Travis Lyinks.
We're back. Episode 15. Name.
Alien Day Hangover.
Alien Day. Sorry guys, I am struggling. Like he said, this is the hangover from Alien Day, the long-awaited
nerd holiday.
If I would call it a franchise relighted, I wouldn't even call it a nerd holiday yet. They really were trying to make it something. It wasn't like the Batman Day or anything like that.
Yeah. I think they did a pretty good job of bringing out a lot of products. I mean, we had posters. We had like original movie posters from Mondo. We had soundtracks from Mondo on vinyl. We had the shoes from Reebok, the Alien Stomper. I hear that release went a little rough. The Reebok site had some issues, along with there's a lot of similar to our last conversation about girls and boys. No. And,
our popular episode.
Apparently they had the shoes listed as men's sizes, and obviously the character in the movie that wears them is a female, and they really were unisex shoes, but the listing had it wrong, so people were kind of upset about that. But there was some unexpected figures from a couple of different places. We'll touch on some later, but NECA had their exclusive, which was a pretty cool version of Ripley. And I mean, it was just fun. It was just fun to see, a lot of fans posting on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And also, it was fun. I watched a movie myself. I watched Aliens. I watched Alien a couple days ago, and then I watched Aliens yesterday. So, I mean, it was fun just to kind of get back into things,
Yeah. I was sick all yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to. I really could have sat and watched it. I just
chose not to.
I chose not to. I watched Parks and Rec all day instead. But
so, but we're all here hanging out on our hangover of after Alien Day, and during Alien Day, we actually picked up a little bit of news.
Yeah.
So, the first big news we got here is that Neil Blomkamp. I think that's how you say his name. Another name butcher from our show. What's new? He plans to bring a pretty famous character from the series back from the dead.
From the dead? What are you talking about? A character that was killed by an alien, or some character that was killed off screen?
No, it was killed later in another movie. So at the beginning of Alien 3, as many know, Newt dies. Newt was not the sole survivor, but one of the few survivors from the James Cameron Aliens film, the little girl that helped them get through the infestation that was on LV-426, based on some concept art that was revealed, appears to be older and appears to be very much alive.
Very much alive. Once, we'll actually show you the image on the screen of Neil Blomkamp's Blomkamp. I want to say Blomkamp. Blomkamp's Instagram. He released some concept art for it.
Yeah, so again, so this movie, for you that don't know or haven't been keeping up with the Alien franchise, this movie is actually not the next movie we will see in the Alien franchise. The follow-up sequel to Prometheus, which is now titled Alien Covenant, will be coming out before this. So, I guess also yesterday on that note was that Sigourney Weaver, God, name butchers, Ripley announced kind of the backstory behind that. I guess, the studio and Ridley Scott thought that it would be better to have the follow-up to Prometheus before Alien, what is being dubbed now Alien 5, is released. Mm-hmm. But even when this Alien 5 was first announced that it was happening, it was very clear that they were kind of not doing away with Alien 3, but kind of wanting to say, we don't believe that happened, because Alien 3 is kind of like a movie that everybody is like, this wasn't the best Alien movie. I thought it was an interesting movie. I mean, I'm not saying it's a great movie by any measures, but I don't think it's bad compared to Alien movies. It's good compared to some other movies. So, but what they're doing here is to me, it's just a little strange. Why are Are we going to bring in cloning like Alien Resurrection? The fourth installment of Alien had. Where are we? Is that going to be what we're going to do? Are we going to clone Newt?
I think they're just going to write it back in, almost as if it didn't happen, because we're in a generation or a time period for movies where the franchise is everything.
Yep.
And
Jurassic Park, best example.
Exactly.
Best example. So easy to just incorporate the fact that you had 2 other movies, and they just said, you know what? Screw it.
This is the actual sequel.
Yeah, so this is the actual sequel, and we're going to ignore the fact that all the dinosaurs on this island should have died, because they did. Because we had to institute the lysine, whatever that thing's called, lysine gene or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is just another situation where they're just continuing on as if, other movies in the series didn't happen. I mean, maybe we'll get some sort of, explanation within the film for what we saw in Alien 3 and why that is not what we thought it was, or why, she survived or they cloned her or something along those lines. I find it kind of annoying when movies do this, but as you said, it's all about the franchise, and that character was somewhat beloved from the Aliens film, so I can see why they want to just kind of say, hey, you know what? She could have an interesting story as well. So, but again, all you people that are complaining about females not getting a strong role in films, everybody should go check out Alien if you have not watched it. It's another fine example of strong female roles in a movie in the sci-fi / comic horror genre. So for anybody that's not seen that, watch Alien.
Even the villain was a female.
Yeah.
It was a queen.
Yeah, in Aliens, yes. I don't think they ever declared the sex in Alien.
Well, they say it's a queen. So
well, there's a queen. There's actually a queen one, the one that gives birth to all the eggs.
Yeah.
So that's an Aliens, not Alien.
Well, I'm going to assume
she was
the
there.
Other one is a female.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to another bit of news in the movie realm. Everyone's favorite Avenger, or everyone's favorite cinematic Avenger. He's definitely, based on comic sales, he's not everyone's favorite Avenger. But
he's got a cool suit.
He's got a cool suit. Robert Downey Jr. 3 years ago mentioned that he was done. After Iron Man 3, he really didn't want to do any more Iron Man movies.
So then Disney rolled up to his house with a dump truck full of money.
And we're like, come on. And after luring him out of the house, they had him sign another contract that signed him for, what's it called? Not only Iron Man 3, but
it was like a franchise blanket contract. Yeah.
Age of Ultron.
So he had to do other movies.
Yeah, but it was like only 2 or 3. It was Age of Ultron, and then it was going to be
Captain America
Winter Soldier, and then now we know he's going to be in Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yep.
And he mentioned on an ABC Nightline, excuse me, he said that he feels like he could do another. This is no, concrete him saying, hey, there's going to be an Iron Man 4, but him saying, because before he said he was just tired of it.
Yeah.
But now I think because of this movie.
Because of the dump truck full of money?
The dump truck full of money, maybe the excitement of where Marvel's going.
I think back to a couple of weeks ago where we announced some change-ups in the Marvel out-year planning. I think this is another sign that the future is not set in what we think is happening post the Infinity War.
Yeah.
I think this is another sign that there's something else that could be shifting up in the future. I mean, that's my personal opinion on this, but I think they've figured out that there's too much money to write these characters off like they were going to write them off, but they were going to give them a break. And I think they're going to run these guys so the gas rolls out at this point. You know?
Well, I think it'd be fun if we made a House of N. Because in the Marvel comics, there's House of M, where Scarlet Witch speaks that no more mutants, and then there are no more mutants in the world, and it causes its own little storyline. But they call it N just because they could say Inhumans. I know it starts to deny everybody. I know that, but it would just be a little funny play off, just like Age of Ultron and Civil War.
Yeah. And they also still never sent Iron Man to space. I mean, we could do that
they didn't.
too. So
we were all waiting for that. Like at the end of Iron Man 3, I was waiting for him to fly up into space.
Yeah, but his wife had to die. So that would have been the only reason he would have left.
Anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, she's gone. But I mean, I think there's a lot more they can do with Iron Man, and I mean, as long as Robert Downey Jr. is still having fun with this, and Marvel, looks like they're changing some more plans. So hopefully, this is a sign that they're going to continue on with some stuff. Marvel, if you're listening, which I know you're not, but if you are, there's a great story called World War Hulk that I would like to see you make.
It could definitely be in the process, though, because technically, well, if you think about it, the next Hulk movies or the next movie, Thor will have Hulk in it.
Yep.
So we could almost have a Hulk movie and just not have him be alone.
Well, and that's the deal with Universal.
Yeah.
So, but they could have a World War Hulk movie. That World War Hulk is almost essentially
Planet Hulk is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. Oh, yes, definitely that. But World War Hulk, you can have it in the title, and it's still not a Hulk movie. There's still other characters that'll be involved. So it's not like a solo Hulk movie that would ruin that Universal deal.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do with this. I mean, I guess this kind of continues on into your next section of news here.
Yeah.
We're talking about Inhumans again.
Oh, yeah. The number one film that they mentioned that everyone was super excited. I'm so sorry. This is tired of sarcasm. No one was excited for this. We saw Inhumans and we were Black Bolt, maybe. It was going to be cool. Medusa, but no. So basically, Marvel has it's not official, but rumors are saying that Marvel is getting ready to pull Inhumans from their calendar because Inhumans was originally going to come out on July 12th, 2019. But Kevin Feige has kind of been hinting at this, that they might be dropping the title because of so much change. Like we just mentioned with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Well, and Inhumans,
Spider-Man,
and Inhumans as well. To me, was kind of like okay, we're done with the Avengers stuff for a little bit. We're going to move on to something else.
Yeah.
And if our thoughts on what Robert Downey Jr. is saying, kind of where some of the added dates in the future that weren't on the calendar before. If that's all leaning towards more Avenger character storylines, or new people to be brought into the universe as well, Inhumans, it just doesn't fit. No. And also too, I'm not sure how well Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is doing on TV, but that to me was them trying to introduce the Inhumans. And I know I'm not watching it, so
I was not a big fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it's not awful. Yeah. Like, it's gotten better. If you watched,
I think the issue with some of the seasons, at least what I watched of it, was let's cut this 24 episode crap down to 13 solid episodes. Let's just say, just like Daredevil, let's have 13 episodes and we'll just knock them all out of the park. We won't have Daredevil going and picking flowers or something,
no,
do it.
I agree. But for what they're doing right now is interesting.
Yeah.
Like
but the other thing is too, is that the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show gets tied up in these release calendars with the movies. So when they try to have these tie-ins, it kind of like everything starts to kind of let's roll into the movie time frame, and we can't really do anything else. And then after the movie, we'll have a couple really good episodes. After the whatever they were trying to deal with, we'll have a couple of really good episodes. That's what they did specifically last year with Age of Ultron.
Yeah. Age of Ultron and
was Ant-Man tied up in that as well?
No,
I didn't watch enough of it to
know. Winter Soldier was the big one because that was when S.H.I.E.L.D. fell.
Yep.
It's not awful. They're building it up. Because it comes up to my question was, do you think that since it's obvious that we brought Inhumans in because we don't have the right because Marvel doesn't have the rights to mutants anymore and the X-Men.
Yep.
But I'll be honest, I don't really want the X-Men in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I just want Wolverine and maybe Beast.
I think they're fine there. I would say bring over the Fantastic Four instead.
Yeah, Fantastic Four makes more sense.
Because even the X-Men didn't make sense in their own comics because it's like, how are you okay with, Thor and Captain America and all these Ant-Man, but you're not okay with, even though you like the suits, but there are other powered beings out there that we're not okay with.
Yeah, I think with the Avengers specifically, like me wanting Wolverine is because like Wolverine's like one of the original Avengers, not like the very first group, but in the early comics he was a member. So like in the what am I thinking? I'm thinking of the wrong thing in my brain right now.
New Avengers.
I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking of, right?
The original Avengers would have been
before Wolverine existed, right?
I wouldn't say before, but they didn't bring him in for a while.
No, he wasn't
It's
for
just
a
like
while.
Spider-Man
I
really
think I'm
wasn't
thinking
an
of New
Avenger until
Avengers.
recently.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking of New Avengers in my brain.
Okay.
So, but I mean, still, like, it's just I just like the character, and I would like to see him brought home.
Yeah.
Just because it opens up the door for, like, just for how good the cinematic universe has been. It gives a chance to give a character that's had some pretty strong stories, more strong stories. And I'm not saying the origin sucked, but
Yeah.
I'm not saying the Wolverine was awful or anything like that. And
No,
I'm interested
I
in
enjoyed it.
the old man Logan story, but I would just kind of like, that's a character I'd like to see done, as best as it can be done. And I think they did okay with it, but I think they could be, I want to see him in yellow and black.
Yeah. So this brings me to my questions. Do you think that instead of a movie, the Inhumans should just be a Netflix series?
I mean, anything that's the
Because
Netflix
it wouldn't be
series
about
so
what's
far.
on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it'd be about like Black Bolt and probably their rise to power or something along those lines.
I mean, I think that's something I'd be interested in watching. I mean, the Netflix series, I like the freedom they have. They don't have to deal with standards and practices, and they can kind of do whatever they want to do. I'm not saying that I'm a sucker for gore and cussing, but if they want to do it, they can do it. That always seems to add an element. Also, they almost have like a movie feel on Netflix.
Yeah.
But as where the shows that are on like ABC or even CW for the DC ones and Fox for DC, they have like a TV feel. Like they feel like they're on TV.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
No,
but
you can tell there's a different director.
Yeah.
Whereas in the Netflix series, it all seems like it's one long stream.
Yep. So if they did it that way, I think it'd be a really good way to incorporate that story. I also think it's a good place. I think Netflix is a good place to introduce these characters. I mean, I know they're trying to do that on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it's a place where you don't necessarily have to be a household name to be on Netflix. Like Jessica Jones was not a household name before she got her Netflix series.
Yeah.
So like you don't have to be Captain America, and everybody's going to come see you. I mean, I know they spend a lot of money to make those Netflix series, but
a lot.
But it's not. It can't be anywhere near what they spend to make a movie and market it. So I think it'd be a good place. What do you think?
I think Netflix might be the best place for it, not only because I don't want an Agent Carter. Agent Carter was great to start, but the second season got really bad. I'm not really looking for something with multiple seasons. I was looking for something that would introduce them into the larger universe.
Yeah.
And I feel like Netflix might be the best place for that because I don't want to have a TV feel. I want to have more of a movie feel. But because there's so many Inhumans, it's not just one person.
Yeah.
It could be extended.
Yeah.
It's just like the Avengers could be a TV show, or the Defenders should be a TV show rather than a movie.
It would be cool. An X-Men TV show.
We're into that. Apparently they're going to make one.
Oh, dang. like I just want the like old Saturday morning cartoon as a TV show.
They made the comics, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about this in a past episode, I believe. Yeah. But no, so do you think that since the Inhumans are the mutants of the cinematic universe, would you rather have the mutants in there? I know I just mentioned that I don't think that. So are you in that camp that says that, we should have them in the cinematic universe?
I'm just a fan of bringing everything back together, like even get Submariner back, like
from Paramount.
Yeah. I'm just a fan of like having everything back so that Marvel has all the tools in the tool shed, like if they decide they want to do something, they could do it. That's what I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
Right now, to me, it's kind of like, well, we want to do Age of Ultron. We're going to call it Age of Ultron. We're going to not base it on anything to do with the comic book story, which I'm glad they didn't. But that the whole story hinged on Wolverine.
Yeah,
and it would have been nice to at least have him in the story.
Now, I don't make excuses for one character. I think you scrap it all, let them be in their own universe because it makes sense. That world makes sense because you can't have Apocalypse.
That world doesn't make sense. Continuity wise, it doesn't make sense.
Thank you. But speaking of X-Men, the X-Men trailer, the final trailer came out for X-Men Apocalypse just recently.
If you're watching on the YouTube channel, final
Oh yeah, final. we'll see how that works.
Because they've got what? They've got about a month until it hits theaters.
I'm
right?
stupid. I thought it came out today.
No. It comes out May 27th.
Yeah,
so,
not April 27th.
Yeah, final trailer in the world of let's release another trailer. I would suspect we would see something post Captain America, just because everybody's going to be on Captain America high, and by May 27th. There's a good chance that Captain America will still be the #1 movie.
Oh yeah.
So you're going to say your last trailer dropped today?
Yeah. Well, that's what I it made sense to me because I thought it was
today.
April. Yeah. But
well, I actually thought that this movie came out in April as well, because I was thinking back at the beginning of the year when I was looking at the release calendar. I was like, oh, there's a movie in February, there's a movie in March, there's a movie in April, there's a movie in May, there's a movie in June. like, and then I got to April and I was like, okay, well, I need to go look and see what tickets I need to get. Wait, there's no movie in April. Like, there's no superhero movie in April. So, but final trailer. This is a subset of trailer talk.
Yeah. Hashtag where's Addison?
So, in the trailer, we get a bit of a view of Apocalypse. It's a little different. We get to see Apocalypse without his mask, like the beginning of it. Yeah, and we get a whole bunch of shots. Some of the stuff's recycled. We've seen in other trailers, but the big thing.
Shink, shink.
We hear some clicking at the end that shows off some metal claws.
Yeah.
All we see is a hand and some claws, but everybody's jumped on this is the Wolverine bandwagon. I assume that's who it is.
I'm going to let you talk passionate about this because to me, this is, final trailer. Don't buy it.
Is it jump the shark?
Plus, I don't know. I'm just not excited for this movie.
Yeah. I mean, I really liked the last movie. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
I wish someone it's not.
I was interested when they said they were going to do Age of Apocalypse. I was like, oh, this is one of the big stories.
Age of Apocalypse,
whatever.
Age of Ultron, Age of Apocalypse,
whatever.
Age of Doomsday.
Age of what? Anyway, it's one of the big stories. Like since they've already screwed up Phoenix, they're kind of moving on to another big story.
Yeah.
Whether or not Wolverine was in this movie, I mean, he was in the last one, right? Yeah, he went back in time.
He was the main character in the last one.
He went back in time, all that stuff. Whether he was in the movie or not, I feel like he had to be, at least for a second, because that whole franchise hinges on him. Like, as far as how they've built this world, he's literally been in almost every movie.
Yeah, no, he's been in every movie.
He was in First Class for a second.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, he had to be in it. The question I really have about this is this Hugh Jackman?
They keep saying it is, but you're right. There hasn't been a confirmation that this is Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Because why would they show his face?
Yeah, because to me, this is the perfect chance to usher in a new Wolverine.
And I think they should take that chance.
Because with Hugh Jackman saying, hey, I'm done after Old Man Logan, which that's what we're calling it now. So I don't know why they wouldn't show his face if it wasn't Hugh Jackman, or why Hugh Jackman's name wouldn't have been listed already, that he was going to be in this movie. And the other thing I'm kind of interested to see is this is 80s Wolverine.
Oh.
Are we going to get right colors Wolverine?
Or
at least a brown and yellow Wolverine?
I would think brown and yellow would make sense, but
yep. With a mask.
We're still afraid of
a mask.
That would be cool. But
that would be full on, like, that would that would be enough in this movie to get me excited if that was the case.
Bryan Singer actually went on to say that Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, will appear in this movie. Though he says his role won't be too big, but won't be a throwaway either. So it's like, hey, look, it's big, but it's not small either. There's that nice little medium.
Hey, man, I'm not doing this. Whatever it was in First Class.
I like the First Class option. But this is my question for this topic. So does the addition of Wolverine, is it big enough? No matter what the role is it big enough would that be your selling point? So if you weren't going to go see this movie at all, would seeing those claws in that trailer make you go see the movie?
I think... Personally, this got me a little more excited about the movie. But playing devil's advocate, I think it would have been more exciting had we had no clue he was in the movie, and
Like
then the
Spider-Man.
people that went to the movie found out. No, we knew Spider-Man was going to be in the movie.
We knew he was, but it was fun to. Oh, we knew Hugh Jackman was going to be in this movie, but
Yeah.
it's kind of fun when you see them. It's just like him being in that bar in first class. It's like, everyone's like, oh, there he is.
Yeah.
He just said the F word. Ha ha.
Yeah, I just think it would have been more exciting had we not seen it in the trailer. Period.
Yeah.
But if this is the reveal of a new actor, this could be huge.
Oh yeah.
I think this could be huge.
I just don't know how they could have done that without anyone knowing.
It's called Secrets, babe.
All right. Well,
So.
this will take us to the last bit of movie news that we have, and that is that the DC. We'll jump to the side of the lake.
Hey, we don't want anybody to think that Marvel's paying us off here, but we're going to talk about DC right now.
Yeah. I don't want Grace Randolph to come after me next. I don't want to sound stupid, but I wish we were big enough that Grace Randolph came after us. But no, the first trailer for Batman: The Killing Joke, the newest animated movie, has hit the streets.
It's hit the streets.
It's
Go
hit
talk to your local
YouTube.
dealer.
This movie is done by Bruce Timm, voiced by the legendary Mark Hamill, and Kevin Conroy returning as Batman and the Joker, or Mark Hamill as Joker, Kevin Conroy as Batman.
Never heard of him.
Anyway, they've both said that after the Arkham series, these two would be done playing these roles.
Yeah, but Hamill always left it hanging out there unless I get to to do Killing
and
Joke.
he's getting it.
Well, of course, when you're the most popular guy that ever voiced your character says, "Yeah, I'm done with this unless you do this." Hey, can we get this Killing Joke thing going?
But this has been really hard because Alan Moore, who wrote it, was very much against it. He's very much against his books being made into anything. He's kind of he's just kind of that crazy old hermit.
Yeah, but also too, his stories for the most part are dark, and for the most part, they haven't been able to do dark in the animated world to this level. So I can see why he would think that things might get watered down or whatever.
Yeah.
But I will say this from the trailer. When I looked at it, I was like, holy crap, this is like the page is coming alive in some instances. Like scenes, like, it's like, wow, there he is playing the cards. It was just like in the scene where they show him in the Hawaiian shirt. And I was like, holy crap, this is like just off the page,
Well, this is where it's going to get me on a couple different emotional levels, is because one, this is the first rated R animated film. Two, it has all the classic voices. It even has Tara Strong returning as Batgirl.
Yes.
And it's going to be, spoiler alerts, if you haven't read Killing Joke, this is the comic that leads Batgirl to becoming Oracle. There is an incident in this book where she may or may not have the legs taken out from underneath her.
Yep.
Hit the no, but it's gonna be hard because these are things I grew up with. It'd be different if it was, they got new voices and you kind of got detached, like the new Batman or the new Justice League and DC animated stuff. And I was even going to mention that too. This is same voices. It has the same arcs as Bruce Timm. It doesn't look so much like the animated series. You can see hints of it, but it's more like
it's supposed to
Superman Doomsday.
Yeah,
it's very much like that.
But it also is. It has an element of the original artwork as well.
Yeah.
So like that's what's going to get me is if it is like when I looked at the trailer and the scenes and I'm like, holy crap, this is just like off the page.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it rung truer to me because I just reread it recently.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, like that's exactly how it just looked, like I was like, holy crap, this is like if it just came to life when you were reading it,
No. I mean, like you said, it looks just like it. It's pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very excited for this just because if this is the actual goodbye to Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill for these roles, it's going to be rough because this is, the fan theory is that this is the last Batman Joker comic that ever was. This is the end story because at the very, very end in the comic, Batman grabs the Joker and you see laughing, and then there's supposedly a crack and it's Batman snapping his neck. But that's the theory that's I've heard from different people.
Yeah. As far as DC animated goes, after they've touched the Killing Joke, where do you go?
I'd like to see the Crises.
Yeah.
We had the Crisis on Infinite Earths, but that wasn't really the story. I would like to see Identity Crisis. That's dark, very dark, and it stretches over so many different storylines. You know what? Screw that. No, I want to go with Darkest Night or Blackest Night. Blackest Night, and then if we have to do Brightest Day, let's jump over to the Green Lantern movies. We started to, but the failure of the movie kind of took the thrill of it. Because we had First Flight, which is a great animated Green Lantern film, and then there was Emerald Knights, and that was, if you haven't seen Emerald Knights, it's amazing. It shows different stories of different Green Lanterns.
Court of Owls.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
To stay in the Batman universe.
No. We already got Court of Owls, technically. In Batman versus Robin.
Okay.
The animated movie. We got a little mix of that.
Yeah. Can we get a correct one?
Yeah. Well, like I mentioned before, the DC universe has they've really jumped on the fact that we're going to draw all of our cartoons the same. All of our animated movies are going to look the same. For a while, I thought they were going to go along the lines of what Young Justice looked like, because I love the designs of the Young Justice characters, but we ended up going with this really big, buff, like, you guys know what I'm talking about. You have seen the movies.
Barrel-chested?
Yeah, very barrel-chested. But yeah, so everyone keep an eye out for The Killing Joke. It's going to come out on DVD and Blu-ray July. Oh, they didn't actually give us a date. It's just July 2016. Yep. So late summer. Or midsummer,
right before the Suicide Squad.
Oh, look at that.
So if you can get on the high of Killing Joke right before the fall of Suicide Squad.
But yeah, so that's
I'm
excited for it. I'm gonna get it. Hopefully, they're probably gonna release something at Con, I believe.
Yeah, because that'll be right around SDCC. So
yeah. All right, folks. Well, we're gonna, after all of that movie news, because we promised you all these past weeks that we were gonna have movie news, because we've been very scarce on it.
We got it.
There it was. But let's talk about TV for a second. This is not big news. I just saw it and I was wondering what you thought. One of the loves of my life, Emily Brett Rickards, aka Felicity Smock, on Arrow, has been cast in a movie, a sci-fi thriller called Slumber. And in this, it's going to follow the journey of a woman who attempts to piece her life back together from waking up from an extended coma.
So Diablo Entertainment, huh?
Excuse me. Yep.
Is that like a mainstream company? I've never heard of them.
See,
I don't watch horror.
It's a sci-fi channel.
Yeah.
It's not, to me, it's not that big of a deal. I was just wondering, do you think this is going to be a hint that we're not going to see Felicity on Arrow anymore?
I'm going with no. I think it's just hey, I got some work to do.
I mean, because I can't talk because Stephen Amell is playing Casey Jones,
which I see that being a much more demanding and much more chance of coming back to do more work.
Yeah.
Than working for this potentially sci-fi type thing here.
Yeah, it was just a question.
Yeah,
they shoot during the summer, so she won't be filming at that time, I don't believe.
Do you know Daryl Wheat, the director?
I do not.
I do not either. Diablo Entertainment. Yeah, we'll see. I wonder how big her role is.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if she was the lead, if she was.
Yeah, just so she's been cast. We don't really have a whole lot of info on that. I think it's just hey, here's some more work to do. Because I mean, they do take breaks, even though they have their like mid-season breaks, so they can film more frequently. And they've got that whole place set up there for all those shows on the CW.
Mm-hmm.
But she could have time to go do something else and come back.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you thought it might have meant something. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we have for TV news. Just that little fan theory. We'll jump over to toy news. As we mentioned, this is Alien Day Hangover. That almost sounds like a really cool band. Alien Day Hangover. Anyway, Funko was celebrating Alien Day by releasing a new reaction figure along with 2 new Funko Pops. The reaction figure features Ripley, the Power Loader suit, and the Alien Queen.
There she is.
Yeah, it looks really cool. While on the pop side, we got Ripley, and then we even got the 6-inch Alien Queen, which looks really cool.
Yeah, the giant one looked awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll do, I mean, obviously it's Funko, so they can do whatever they want. But I wonder if they're going to do like a regular, they're going to have the Queen and then have like a regular size pop that is the Xenomorph, like the normal one.
The Xenomorph is out.
Oh, it's already out.
Yeah, it's already out. I was kind of hoping that the 6-inch would be Ripley in the power loader suit.
That'd be pretty sweet too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not to say they can't release that later.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not to say. This won't come out till August, so.
Why? How the heck did they miss Alien Day with like, really?
I mean, Alien Day was kind of only announced 2 months ago.
Well, yeah, but like NECA had time to create a thing and release it on Alien Day.
That's true.
They knew at Toy Fair because they said they had like I saw some interviews with the guys over at NECA and they said, yeah, we have an Alien Day release that they're doing Alien Day this year. So I mean that was at Toy Fair and they already had the thing produced, or at least in production. So like the toy people knew.
Yeah, I got no defense for them then.
Especially if you're saying that the Xenomorph is already out, that means that Funko already had an Alien license. So I'm sure the licensors were probably brought in on this because I mean anybody who has released anything cool Alien pretty much released Alien stuff yesterday. So I just think that's interesting that they missed it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
better luck next year.
Yeah.
Lucky for them, 426 happens every year.
Yeah. So this will take us to our last bit of news, and that will be game news. This little bit of news, there's not much detail to it. It's just the fact that the highly anticipated Pokemon Go leaked their first beta test video online, which just shows the trainer. You can see what it looks like on your phone because it's I'm trying to figure out what the actual phrase that they used for this is.
Pokemon Go.
Is it
augmented reality.
Thank you. Yeah, because it's the one that follows you like on a map, and you walk around the real world, and you can see Pokemon and catch Pokemon, battle with each other, battle gym leaders.
So, like, if I'm just chilling at McDonald's, hook us up.
There could be a
so some guy walks in, like some other guy that's got Pokemon Go on his phone walks in.
Yeah.
Does my phone go? And then we attack each other? Is that what happens?
I hope so.
Okay.
No, we just saw what happens on the screen. We don't get to see what happens in real life. I hope my phone would go off every time someone who is also a trainer bring that community together. Battle. That'd be awesome. But now I'm gonna control myself for a second. No, it's very exciting though. But no, so. The graphics look really, really cool. You can see it in like satellite mode. So as you're walking, you can see the Pokemon right there with you in shadow underneath it. It looks a little warped, but there's also a graphic. It says just be I forget exactly what it says, but it's like be aware of your surroundings while playing Pokemon Go. And it's a picture of like a person walking across a bridge and there's like Gyarados next to it. So it's like be cautious.
I thought this was already coming out.
Well, it comes out this summer.
I thought it was supposed to come out in the spring. Like February timeframe.
No.
Okay. I guess that was just me.
We just started getting our
Gotcha.
Information about it.
Okay. I mean, it's a cool concept. It's a really cool idea. I'll be interested to see how it is in like actual use.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. I wonder if it's going to be because it's going to be the first time Nintendo does like a phone app, right?
They kind of did a play test with Google Maps.
Yeah.
A while back, like a year or two ago,
where
you could look on the map and you could find all 151 Pokemon across the world.
So, I don't know.
It's gonna be exciting. I mean, this is the first step to real life Pokemon.
Yeah,
or Digimon technically.
I really don't want Nintendo to give up on actual handheld gaming. So I hope this isn't like the first time we're going to see it.
I doubt they will.
It goes over well. And they give up on it.
We still have Sun and Moon coming. We can see what happens.
Well, yeah. And we know there's more Pokemon to come, but I hope this isn't a sign that someday Mario's going to show up on my cell phone. Like
like you walk around with the Mario thing, you see blocks, and it's like as you're like have your phone up, you have to pop up and knock
Mario
the bricks away.
Reality world, not 3D world anymore. But I mean,
that'd be cool.
It's exciting to see Pokemon moving on to a new platform and see what they do with it and how that'll change how Pokemon is played and the whole mythology around it.
Mm-hmm. So the question is, are you going to get Pokemon Go when it comes out.
Well, it depends on how much this app is here.
Homie, it could cost $1,000. They're getting $1,000 for an IOU from Anthony.
Like, I mean, is it going to be like 99 cents, or is it going to be like that? That's another thing. Is it going to be like a
free app or
a free app, and then you have
I
to
doubt
buy
it.
You have to buy a Pokeball for $1 or something?
Well, you have to get like the wristband.
Oh crap! I got to buy a wristband.
This is gonna sound stupid.
This got expensive.
I'm willing to drop $40 on it. I'm willing to drop as much as video game costs.
Yeah, I feel like they can't really get more expensive than a Game Boy or DS game.
The DS game.
Yeah, I feel like they're kind of stuck when they're in their market as far as that. So we'll see. I mean, maybe I might drop it on it. We'll see. Maybe I'll let you get it, and then I'll see if it looks cool, and then go from there. See if it's going to change my life.
Oh, it will change your life. It's already changed mine. All right, folks. Well, thanks for sticking with us for episode 15 of the Token Nerd Podcast. Hope you enjoyed all the news that we went through, ranging from Alien Day Hangover to Iron Man 4 to The Killing Joke, all the way to to Felicity's next career choice.
And Pokemon Go.
And Pokemon's Go. All right. Well, if you liked what we're doing, if you like what we're saying, hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, check us out on Soundbeam.
Podbean.
God, that's embarrassing.
You're going to get that eventually.
Eventually, I'll get it.
Yep. We also have various social networks ranging from Facebook, Token Nerd, to Instagram and Twitter, Token_Nerd. You can always check us out on iTunes as well. Just search for Token Nerd over there, and you'll find our podcasts. Or if you happen to be on the iTunes listening and you want to check out our other videos, such as unboxings, reviews, and other random things that we post, make sure to check out our YouTube channel. You can always check out some of our other entities as well. I'm over on urbanvinyldaily.com or Instagram at urbanvinyldaily. That's the other site that I run. And if you want to check out cool things like the toys we produce or the things that are just going on in the designer toy world, it's always a great source. But I think this wraps up episode 15. And that's 5 more than I ever thought we would get to.
I tried 10 more.
So, as always, I'm Travis.
I'm Anthony.
Stay spicy, my friends.